parliament with 12 parties, and you gave us politicians quite a task. And that's actually okay, because it has meant that this time we had to make an extra effort, be more curious about each other, and be open to finding new solutions. With what we present today, I humbly believe we have succeeded. We present a government that is, first and foremost, close to the everyday lives of Danes. We aim to specifically help those Danes who have been hardest hit by rising gasoline and diesel prices. We are making it significantly cheaper to buy groceries. This will impact everyone, but especially, of course, those of you for whom the food budget makes up a large part of the overall family economy. And it is, not least, a government that lends a helping hand to the pensioners who have the least. You will receive an extra 1,000 kroner per month. The government will initiate a welfare agreement 2.0, and we will do so based on a prior tripartite agreement with labor market parties on both a more flexible work and family life, as well as better conditions for pensions and retirement. Until then, we will stop the planned increase in the age limit for the Arne pension, which was set to take effect on January 1st, 2027. And we will raise the benefit for early retirement, specifically the Arne pension, by 3,000 kroner per month, and relax the offset rules for early retirement and pensions. Denmark has also got a government that will insist that Denmark is too small for big differences. That we have a society where there is room to be different, but where we continue to understand each other. Where the energy and pulse of the larger cities do not conflict with the progress created in and around provincial towns and the peace, community, and vitality that characterize many of the smaller rural communities. We will therefore propose a comprehensive plan between the state and the rural municipalities, which are affected today, to help create both stronger and more viable communities. Fundamentally, it's about creating better conditions so that everyone in Denmark has the opportunity to have a place to live, the freedom to choose where they want to live, and ensuring that young people have real access to the housing market. And we will take new paths by, for example, allowing municipalities and regions to offer publicly supported service housing to selected employee groups. The government platform is filled with concrete proposals. What they have in common is that they are innovative and also reflect the way we want to govern. We fundamentally want to act and address the problems and create what can be called structural changes in Denmark. But until we reach that point, we do not wish to stand idly by. A good example of this is what we call the Children's Denmark. Our vision is, of course, that all children have a good and safe upbringing, where they thrive, play, and learn to engage in committed communities. This requires investments, but it also requires us to take new paths, and that's why we've decided on a dedicated project starting from the next school year. The goal is clear. In the 100 schools across the country where students are currently performing the worst, there must be a significant academic improvement. We will create targeted collaboration projects with the schools and the municipalities where these schools are located. This is an example, but it's a new way of creating change that we have great confidence in. The government platform tells a story of a Denmark that also strengthens what we can call our societal model, where we are honest about what is not going well and do something about it. Where we want to create greater prosperity so we can finance our welfare, and where we are not unprepared for the future that is coming. We approach it with an eye for the opportunities it presents. With this government platform, we can invest in our welfare, in education, in children, in our environment, and in the green transition. The foundation of this government shows that Denmark can lead on multiple fronts at once. We will regulate the tech giants. We will set an age limit of 15 years for social media, and we will protect our democracy. But at the same time, we will lead the way when it comes to the opportunities that artificial intelligence can provide us. It is absolutely crucial that Denmark has a strong competitive edge. We have that today, but we must not assume that it will automatically remain so. And in a time when others are creating trade barriers, with increasing global competition and high energy prices, there is a need to do more for Danish businesses. That's why we're lowering corporate taxes and implementing a capital taxation reform to promote investments in Danish companies. It's about the Danish economy, and it's about Danish jobs. And when we do this, it's with an eye on all the balances we want in the Denmark we love. This government is born in a period where the uncertain and serious times for Europe and the world remain unchanged. Russia continues its aggression into Ukraine. Again last night, we saw the horrors that war brings. Cynical disregard for human life. And that's why we will, of course, continue our strong support for Ukraine. We will insist that Denmark does not turn its back on the world, and we will continue to be a leading player for a Europe that can both make decisions and take action. Defense, green transition, competitiveness, and immigration. Europe needs to handle this better. Let me just clarify a couple of things here at the end. This new government stands firm on Danish immigration and justice policy. There is a broad majority for it among the population and in the parliament. It's crucial for the cohesion of our society, and that's why we will deport more criminal foreigners. We will strengthen efforts against social control, violence, and re-education trips. We will continue working on establishing departure and reception centers outside Europe, and we will, of course, also continue the Danish-Italian initiative.
Thanks for watching Indiavision. Give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. All comments are welcome. Hope to see you soon.